My AJ Bell ISA portfolio just crossed £50,000. And what I am about to show you might surprise you. While everyone's chasing complicated strategies, I have built this portfolio with just 6 funds. But here is the crazy part. It's given more than 25% return this year alone. Stick around because I'm about to show you exactly how this portfolio works. And the best part, you don't need a finance degree to understand how this works. Hi, I'm Suman, a doctor based in the UK, not a financial expert or investment advisor. But here is the thing, you don't need an MBA in finance or PhD in economics to build wealth through investing. I learned this firsthand when I moved to the UK from India 9 years ago and had to figure out everything about money management from the scratch, from ISAs to ETFs. And trust me, I made plenty of mistakes along the way. Whether you are new to investing or an NRI trying to manage money across 2 different countries, I share everything I wish someone had told me when I started. Please subscribe to this channel if you want to see more videos on this topic, and let's grow our wealth together. Before I show you my portfolio, let me explain 2 key concepts that you must understand as an investor, and this will define your own investment strategy. First, there is passive investing. This is where you simply buy the whole market through index fund or ETFs. You are not trying to pick winners or time the market. You are just capturing the market's overall growth. In investing, we call this beta, which means matching the market's overall returns. It's typically cheaper because there is no team of expensive fund managers trying to beat the market, and you don't have to pay their fees. Then there is active investing, where fund managers actively try to beat the market by picking specific companies or timing the investments. In investing, we call this seeking alpha, which means beating the market. It usually costs more because you are paying for their expertise and research. Now, let me explain this using a simple analogy that really helped me understand these concepts. Think of investing like trying to get on top of a tall building. You have got 2 options. Option 1 is taking the elevator. That's passive investing. Everyone gets in and rides up together. When the elevator goes up 10 floors, everyone goes up 10 floors. When it goes down 5 floors, then you also go down 5 floors. It's reliable, cheap, and gets you where most people would want to go. Option 2 is trying to find secret staircases or some hidden service lift. That's active investing. You pay more for access to these routes, and you are hoping that they will get you to the top faster than the public elevator. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But when you find the right staircase, the results can be amazing. My strategy, I use both of these options. I take the elevator for most of my journey through my core passive fund, but I also explore some smart shortcuts through my active funds. Let me show you exactly how this works in my portfolio. But before we dive in, here is something really important. I am not a financial advisor. I am just a doctor sharing my personal experience and what works for me. Everything I discuss today is for educational purposes only and should not be considered a financial advice. Remember, when investing, your capital is at risk and you could lose your money. Past performance does not guarantee future returns. And always do your own research and consider seeking professional advice before making any investment decision. If you want to search for a financial advisor, then go check out unbiased.co.uk. You will find the link in the description box below. Let's start with my main elevator or core fund of my portfolio, the Fidelity Index World Fund, making up to 43.5% of my overall portfolio. It's worth around £22,400. This fund has been absolutely crushing it with a 27% return this year, and it's got a 5-star Morningstar rating. Think of this fund as your own the world's best company strategy. Every time you use your iPhone, buy something on Amazon, see Nvidia chips powering the AI revolution, or scroll through Meta's platforms like Instagram or Facebook, you are interacting with companies you own through this fund. The beauty of this passive approach is it costs just 0.12% per year. That's £1 20p for every £1,000 invested in this fund. Compare that to some active funds charging 10 times of this amount. If you want to invest in just one fund, then this could be a good option. There are some other alternatives to this fund from other providers like Vanguard, Invesco, HSBC. If you are interested, then watch my detailed video on one fund portfolio. Link in the description box below. Now let's contrast this with my active global fund, JP Morgan Global Growth and Income Trust. This investment trust has delivered 27.46% return this year, beating its benchmark by 4.36%, 14.5% annualized return over last 3 years, and 15.99% over last 5 years, consistently outperforming over the last 3 and the last 5 years. Now, what makes this different from my Fidelity Index World Fund? Here, the managers can select specific companies they believe will outperform the market. They can adjust country allocation based on opportunities. They can use something called gearing, which means borrowing, to enhance the returns. And they can focus on growth as well as income aspect of the investments. Yes, it costs more at 0.63% annually, but they are proving their worth till now by delivering extra returns above the market. Now you might ask, why not put everything in the active fund if it is performing better? Here is why. While my JP Morgan Trust is successfully generating alpha now, historically, most active funds fail to beat their benchmark consistently over the long term. That's why I keep my core in a low-cost passive fund for beta and selectively add active fund where I believe they can outperform the markets. So it's more of a balanced approach that I follow in my investments. Now here is what I consider my most exciting active position. The Jupiter India Fund at 15% worth £7,900 in my portfolio. Now this fund is up 31.5% this year, and it's a perfect example of when active management really shines. Now why active fund for India? Because unlike developed markets where information is readily available and prices adjust quickly, emerging markets often have less analyst coverage, market inefficiencies, local knowledge advantages, and greater growth potential. Through this fund, I get exposure to India's booming digital economy, rising middle-class consumption, financial services transformation, and infrastructure development. The fund's performance speaks for itself. 31.5% one-year return, 21.26% annualized over last 3 years, and 17.8% over last 5 years. Yes, this position is slightly down from my initial purchase price, but I am not just holding it, but considering buying more. This will continue to be part of my ISA portfolio and hopefully continue to deliver excellent returns over the next 5 or 10 years. Moving to Europe, I have the Fidelity European Trust at 7.18% worth around £3,500. Now, I will be transparent. This position is down 9.86% or about £400. But the managers here are focusing on some of the Europe's finest company. For example, Louis Vuitton, which is dominating global luxury, ASML, which has a monopoly in advanced chip making, Novo Nordisk, leaders in diabetes and weight loss treatments. These aren't just random companies. They are global leaders trading at a discount just because they are European. Warren Buffett says is best: be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. Now for something completely different. TR Property Investment Trust at 5.7% of my portfolio, worth around £2,900. I think of this as my real estate investment. Yes, it's down around 7.5% this year, but here is what makes it interesting. This trust owns both physical properties and property companies. It generates rental income. It is currently trading below its actual value, and being real estate, it provides some form of inflation protection. My smallest active position is Fidelity Special Situations at 1.97%, worth around £1,000. This fund does something really specific. It looks for unloved UK companies that are poised for a turnaround. Up 21.7% this year, it's proving that sometimes the best opportunities are in your own backyard. To be honest, this is not my long-term position, and I might sell this fund if it goes up significantly or I find better opportunities elsewhere. So how do I make all these different approaches work together? Imagine you are constructing a championship football team. Your passive global fund, like the Fidelity World Index Fund, is the solid, dependable goalkeeper, consistently defending your financial goals and providing a broad market exposure. In contrast, your active funds are the star strikers and midfielders, each with specialized skills aimed at seizing opportunities and generating that coveted alpha. By blending these investment strategies, you are ensuring stability through broad coverage while also leveraging the unique strength of specialized players to actively pursue outperforming the market. This way, your investment portfolio is well-rounded with both a steady core and potential for extraordinary plays. Let's look at how this combination has performed. The total portfolio value is around £51,471 and the overall return is around 25.27% this year. The total cost of this portfolio is 0.39% annually. The geographic spread shows this hybrid strategy in action. This isn't just random diversification. Each fund serves a specific purpose. I have around 52% US exposure, mainly through my passive core, 14.3% India exposure, which is actively managed for maximum opportunity, 5% for France through specialist European exposure, and around 5% for the UK through targeted active management. Looking ahead to 2024, here is what excites me about each part of the portfolio. Through my passive core or the Fidelity Fund, I want to capture the entire AI revolution, benefiting from global innovation, automatic exposure to tomorrow's winners, and through my active positions, I would like to participate in the India's growth story through the Jupiter India Fund, European recovery potential via Fidelity European Trust, and through the TR Property Trust. With interest rates likely to come down further next year, this could be like buying premium real estate in a buyer's market. Before I wrap up, let me remind you, this video isn't financial advice. I am just sharing my journey as someone who is figuring out investing. Your capital is at risk and past performance doesn't guarantee future returns. If you have found this video helpful, there are 3 things that you can do. First, think about what kind of investor you want to be. Do you prefer the simplicity of passive investing? Or are you interested in active management? Or like me, do you see value in combining both of these approaches? Second, hit the subscribe button if you want to follow my investing journey. I share everything: the successes, the failures, and all the lessons learned along the way. Because real investing isn't about getting rich quick, it's about building wealth systematically and steadily over time. Drop a comment below and let me know what topics you'd like me to cover next. Remember, I started this journey as a complete beginner. If I can learn investing and managing my own portfolio, you can do this too. The key here is to get started. To get started today, please do check out the links to the investment platform that I am using in the description box below. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.